T-minus 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Jones messed with the wrong melon farmers. Thug life. And here we go.
I prayed that he would burn in hell, but in my heart, I never held him.
This is as far as you go. No more.
Hello, Sydney. Are you God damn me.
Wish I had you all alone, just the two of us.
Ooh, baby, 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 ooh, baby.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Movies and Beyond. Once again, I am Michael, and today's the day. About 14 days too late, but it's still here. I don't know how many days ago these trailers came out, but we're gonna do them tonight. We're gonna watch them. I've been waiting to watch them with you guys. I feel like this show has been pushed like 5 different times, but here we are, right? We got here. It's here. You guys have probably seen these trailers 1,000 times by now, but I have not seen them yet. And I know that you guys are going to want to talk about them, or at least maybe talk about them again. I'm sure that you guys have talked about them a million times by now, but you get to talk about them with me, right? You get to talk about them with me and figure out where I stand on these things. Now, I know that you guys know that I am not a huge fan of Scream. I do love the first Scream, though, right? And there's always hopes, on my end anyway, that we go back to that original Scream feeling, you know, that maybe this is going to be the one that pulls Michael in and says, you know what? Michael has joined the group of Scream fans. This could be the one. It could be the one. Maybe. Who knows? I doubt it. But, you know, I'm open to it. I'm open to the possibility of that happening, maybe, so to speak. Possibly. Maybe. I don't know. but I'm happy to be here tonight. And then we got Stranger Things season 5. I mean, you already know. You already know that I am a huge fan of Stranger Things. I feel like I've waited for this forever, and I pretty much have. What's it been, like 3 years at this point? I think we're going on 3 years that we've been waiting for this season to come out. You know, the kids started season 1. They were kids. Now they're like married with children. I think some of them are, or possibly. I don't know. I don't follow them outside of the show, but you know, it's a possibility. But we got here, right? At least they didn't just say, you know what, we're not going to finish it, because I feel like that would be a slap in the face. But no, we're here. They're going to give us the final season. They've announced it as the final season. I need to rewatch season 4. That has to happen. I do remember really loving it. But I want to go back. You know, I've got, I don't know how many days. It comes out November 26th, I want to say, 7th, 20 something, you know, in the 20s, late 20s. And I want to rewatch season 4 before that happens. So I know that season 4, they had some really long episodes. So I'm really going to have to start on that soon so I can get that in, just so I'm fresh for season 5. I'm sure that there'll be a lot of references. Now, I do want to say this. I have not seen the trailer for Stranger Things season 5. That's why we're watching it tonight. But I did watch the first 5 minutes of Stranger Things season 5. Netflix came out with that. And the reason why I watched it was I was doing a video on it, right? And the audio is jacked up on the video. I tried to repair it today. It doesn't look like it's going to happen, unfortunately. And I don't want to re-film it, you know, if I've already seen it, like all the reaction is gone from it. So unfortunately, I don't know. Maybe I'll make it again and be like, hey, this is the second time watching it, you know. If you guys really want to see a video on it, maybe I'll do that. But I spent a lot of time today trying to work that out and trying to get that together, but unfortunately it just didn't. And I don't want to put something out that's subpar and terrible quality, especially from an audio standpoint. Like if the screen's kind of fucked up, you know, you guys have already seen my ugly face anyway, so you already know at least the sound would be good. But you know, audio, that's a whole nother thing. And what had happened with that was just a quick explanation, then we'll get to the chat and say what's up to everybody. The video source and the audio source from the video and my microphone came from the same source, and the video drowned out the microphone, so it was just it's trash, literally trash. Maybe I'll release it on like Patreon as like a bloopers type of deal, like this is what happens when your shit's fucked up, right? Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll just upload it the way it is and be like, here's a gift of Michael and his horribleness of trying to record this video. But anyway, let's get to the chat. I know you guys are wanting to get to these trailers. I will stop running my mouth. And let's see who's all here with us tonight on this fine Monday evening, which, again, let me remind you guys, there's only going to be one more Monday show because my work schedule has changed. That will be, 2 weeks from now. And we will be doing horror shorts, but don't worry. We're going to move to Wednesdays. So it's going to be every other Wednesday. So after that Monday show, the last Monday show, or at least until my job decides they want to change our schedules again, we will do horror shorts and it'll be fun. And then the following week, there won't be a show during the week. Of course, I'll have my Sunday show. And then the following Wednesday. So mods, I'm going to send you guys all a schedule so you guys can, make sense out of, my gibberish on what I'm saying. And I'll post something in the Movies and Beyond, thread as well. To kind of let you guys know, explain a little better what I'm trying to, the diarrhea that's coming out of my mouth right now, to try to make you guys understand that the schedule will be changing. But anyway, back to what I was saying before. Let's see who we got in the chat. I see Russell Dorsey is in the chat saying, what's up, everyone? Let's smash that like button if you haven't already, and let's subscribe to Movies and Beyond. You won't regret it. Let's go get this party started. Thug Life. Hi, Michael, and everyone in the chat. What's up, Russell? I hope you are doing well, my friend. I hope you are doing well on this fine Monday. Always good to see you, brother. Always good to see you, my man. Jerry Wilson's in the chat as well, saying hello, Michael. Hello, Jerry. I swear I'm getting that clip. I'm getting a Newman clip where he just says, hello, Jerry. And I'm going to put it up here. I know I've said that like 10 times, but it's going to happen. Jerry, you're going to get that. You're going to get that. What's up, man? I hope you're having a great day, dude. I hope you are having a great day. Always good to see you here. I see Paula is in the chat as well, saying hi to everybody. What's up, Paula? I hope you're doing well, my friend. Good to see you. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Val from Val's Views is in the chat. The General is in the chat. The General always gets a salute from Movies and Beyond. What's up, Val? I know you'll be paying close attention to this. Another Stranger Things fan. And Val has been like, have you seen it yet? And I'm like, no. She's like, I want to talk about it. Hurry up. I'm like, I'm going to do it live. I'm going to do it with you guys. And then I'll be open to all kinds of Stranger Things discussion. Now, I am not one to read into things and say, well, this could be this and this could. Look, at least give me one episode first, right? Before I start making assumptions, because I could give you guys 100 assumptions of what's going to happen, be right in one of them, get 99 of them wrong, and then be like, hey, guess what? I told you this would happen. You know, that's not me. It's not what I do. It's not my thing. At least give me an episode before I can, kind of figure out what's going on to say stuff. And I will. Val, what's up, my friend? Good to see you. Good to see you. Always good to see you. Melissa, I don't care what YouTube says. The wild card is in the chat. And the wild card, what's up, Melissa? I hope you're doing well, my friend. I hope you're doing well.
Wild card, bitches!
Wild card is in the building. What's up, Melissa? I hope you're doing well, my friend. Good to see you. Good to see you. Sarah Campbell is in the chat as well. What's up, Sarah? I hope you're doing well, my friend. Always good to see you here. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. And I saw in Movies and Beyond mod chat that Sarah got to meet one of the Tucker and Dale guys. She showed us a picture in Movies and Beyond chat, and that is so freaking awesome, Sarah. I'm so jealous. I met the other one. I met the heavier guy. Yeah, he was cool. Tyler Labine. Is that his name? Did I get that right? That just came out of nowhere. Could be wrong. But he was super cool as well. Good to see you, Sarah. Good to see you, my friend. Let's see. Who else do we have in the chat? Jacob Ware's in the chat. What's up, Jacob? I hope you're doing well, my friend. Always good to see you here, brother. Happy Monday, sir. Happy Monday. Who else do we got in the chat? I see Michelle is in the chat saying, hello, everyone. I can only stay on for a little bit tonight. I have an early Veterans Day program to attend. Well, that's super cool. That is super cool. Michelle, always good to see you here. I hope you're doing well. I think that they're doing a Veterans Day celebration at my job tomorrow. And of course, I'm a veteran. So hopefully I'm not going to have to be like paraded around like I get it. It's whatever. But good to see you, Michelle. I hope you're doing well. I hope you are doing well. I see that Sarah has gifted 5 Movies and Beyond memberships. Sarah, thank you so much. It means the world to me when you guys do that. That's freaking amazing. Sarah, thank you a million times for that. That means the world. You guys touch my heart. You guys touch my heart. Thank you so much, Sarah. So kind, so kind. Jeff D'Angelo is in the chat saying, hey, everybody. What's up, Jeff? I hope you're doing well, my friend. Always good to see you, brother. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Who else? Did I miss anybody? Let me make sure I didn't. Of course I did, because Mr. Rick is in the building saying, hi, this should be fun. It should be, Mr. Rick. I'm probably the only person that hasn't seen these trailers yet. So you're going to get my full 100% authentic reaction to these, because I have no idea what I'm in store for. No idea. Not gonna lie, looking forward to Stranger Things a little more than I am Scream. But you know what, dude? Like I said at the beginning, Scream could be the one. Scream 7 could be the one to pull me back in. It could be. Mayan's in the chat as well saying, hello, Movies and Beyond fam. Just stopped by to say hello. Can't stay because I'm not caught up with the show yet. No spoilers for me. Catch you later. All right. All good. Good to see you, man. Thanks for stopping by. Even if you guys can't stay, it's always cool when you guys stop by. Did I miss anybody? I'm trying to check. I see that Eric from the Bearded Entertainment is in the building saying, what's up, party people? What's up, Eric? What is going on, my man? What is going on? Let's see. Did I miss anybody? I see Joanne is here saying, here for Stranger Things fans. That's freaking awesome. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That is super cool. That is super cool. I'm looking forward to talking about it, but we are going to start with Scream tonight, okay? We're going to start with Scream. I know that I have a ton of Scream fans in here, and, you know, you guys are going to be throwing theories at me, telling me stuff that I have no idea what the hell you're talking about, but I'm going to try to engage anyway, and we're going to do that, and we're not going to waste a bunch of time with me standing up here dancing in front of you guys before we get this started. So let me go ahead and move this over. We are going to start with Scream 7. The 7th installment of the Scream franchise. And here's what I do know. That Matthew Lillard came back and Dewey came back and the guy from 3, Roman, came back. Or they're coming back in some form of fashion. That's all I know. That's it. That's all I got. Right? Yeah, with that being said, let me go ahead and throw this up here. Let's not waste any more time. See, I have this one ready. Look at me. Look at me. All right. You guys know the rules, just like we're watching horror shorts. Let me know on sound, and here we go.
This is it.
Can't believe we're staying at the Psycho Killer
That's
B&B.
Stu's house?
Oh, that's so cool. It's a motion detector.
Is that a motion detector too? Kind of intense. That was like some Looney Tunes shit. I'm just gonna, you know, stick the knife on my stomach.
Oh, Sydney.
Oh shit. Getting up there.
Nice little town you found. You and your pretty daughter. Reminds me of where we grew up.
Well, you sure know a lot about me for another asshole
I have a
hiding behind a
question.
voice
I hope I
changer.
remember
Oh,
it.
I'm not hiding, Sydney. Not this time.
Down to the end.
I want to be a fighter, like you. If you hurt her.
I'm not going to hurt her until you're here to see it.
Let's unmask this fucker.
He's back. Hey, were those the ones from the other one? Yes, they didn't did.
For just being near you.
Where is my daughter? Tatum, listen to me.
Tatum.
Find another way in. We're gonna do this together. You're gonna have to shoot him through the wall. Where? To the right of the door. Shoot him now! Do it now! Oh, you got it. He's dead. You need to make sure you shoot him in the head.
I'm gonna burn it all down.
Mother!
This is gonna be fun.
That was Matthew Lillard at the end there, wasn't it? All right. That was Scream 7. So I have a question. And for you guys that are big Scream fans. So that's her daughter, Nev Campbell's daughter. I'm sorry. Sydney's daughter, right? That she named Tatum after Rose McGowan's character, obviously. I thought, now I'm not 100%, but I thought that wasn't there a sequel that she was in where she had a kid, but it was smaller, like a baby, like a stroller type thing, when she made the phone call and she was like, of course, I'm Sydney Prescott. You guys, was that 5 or was that 6? One of them, maybe. Russell saying Scream 5. Okay. And then one thing, I will say this, the trailer, they had a lot of action in it, right? Had a lot of action. I would have a hard time believing that Ghostface being that intense and that fast, right? That's a young man's game. I'm 47 years old. I'm about to be 48 here in February, and there's no way that I'm moving at those types of speed and, you know, physicality, even when I'm at my best, right, in the gym. I have a hard time believing that Matthew Lillard's ass is going to be moving like that. But then again, in all fairness, Scream has never been one to be super grounded in the reality type thing. Not that any of the other slashers are, right? I did notice that there were the brother and sister from the other ones were in that one. So I guess that they didn't like quit too. Like, I know that, you know, Jenna Ortega left and Melissa left. So I guess that they stayed. Okay. Well, let me see what you guys are saying. And you know, I'll talk a little bit more about this. Let's see. Melissa was saying, I can't wait. This is my favorite franchise. All right. Well, that's super cool. That is super cool. Very excited for you for that. Russell says, Looney Tunes shit. Agreed. Yeah, it did feel like, you know, like, oh God, I'm falling. He rolls over with the knife. Like, that felt very Wile E. Coyote Roadrunner-esque. Like, you know, the coyotes coming down in. It just felt that way for me. I do. Yes. Russell says Darth Vader Ghostface sitting up like Michael Myers. You know, if you go back to the original Scream, right? It was very Halloween based. You know, they pulled a lot from Halloween. So I could see that the sit up, you know, making its Scream appearance. I could see it. Man, it was there. Eric said Stu is back. Well, all right. Fantastic. But Melissa says that's so Roman is saying that's so Roman as saying I'm but all down. Others say Stu's sister. Okay, I have no idea. I don't know. Like, I don't feel like I've been invested enough over the years to, you know, rewatch and make like those types of predictions. I don't know. Maybe. James says, looks like it's going to be a cool movie. It does look intense. It does. Do I want to see it? Yes, I do. I will watch it for sure. And I watched Scream 6. I went and watched it, you know, so I'll definitely watch this one. Like I said, I'm hoping, you know, that it's the one that makes me say, yeah, this is going to be cool. Paula said Roger kills it as Ghostface. Roger's voice, if you don't have Roger doing Ghostface's voice, I don't want it, right? Like, if he's not doing the voice, then yeah, no, definitely not. Eric said Sydney has multiple kids. All right, she's been busy, huh? She got some kids. Well, I mean, if you think about it, she's potentially on the verge of probably grandkids at this point. I mean, I hate to date myself with the age thing there, but I think that they're like 1 year older than me because, well, no, they're 96. That's when yeah, they're about my age, roughly. And, you know, the story, the characters they're my age. Let's see. What else do we have here? Russell said Nev Campbell has kids in real life. Oh, that does not surprise me. Probably grown kids, too. Eric says she says something like taking the girls to school. I gotcha. Yeah, I think I've seen it once or twice. If we're talking about 5, I think. I just could have swore that she, again, I don't remember exactly when that came out and when I watched it, but it was a while ago. Michelle says, I'm actually looking forward to seeing this. Hopefully it's not a huge letdown. I won't get my hopes up, though. She said, maybe it's Stu's son. Maybe. You know, I mean, Billy had a kid, you know, in high school. So maybe Stu did too. It's possible. It is possible. Eric is saying Chad and I was about to say, damn, her name was Money. I missed that. Mindy. Right. And I will say this, that I do remember from Scream 6, you know, as far as I was concerned after Scream 6, Chad is the Terminator. So I feel like he's probably safe to live in this unless he's stabbed more than 17 times. Because I'm pretty sure that's how many times he got stabbed in Scream 6. And he was still, he gave the thumbs up on the gurney like he was being carted off the field at like Lambeau or something. You know what I mean? Like I feel like he's indestructible. I do. Unless they want to throw something at you, be like, oh, you thought he was indestructible. Well, he got stabbed 19 times in this one. And, he died this time. Michelle says, or the family of Stu and Skeet's character. Maybe. I don't know. I have no idea. Jeff said, I'm calling it. It's Stu's. Stu is the kid's father. So whoever Ghostface is, Jeff, are you talking about that Stu's his dad? Is that, am I putting that together right? Is that what you, maybe? Sarah said, this is going to be the pickiest critique ever, but that scene where the girl falls off the chandelier on the Ghostface holding the knife drives me crazy. It would drive the handle right into him so hard. Yeah, that's why I thought it was very Looney Tune-esque, right? I thought it was very cartoonish. It just felt that way to me. But I mean, it's fine. It'll be okay. Russell said, if it's not Stu, I won't be mad. Could be a cliffhanger where Stu comes in setting up Scream 8. Maybe. Could be. I mean, Scream never ends on a cliffhanger. And didn't they already say they were going to do a Scream 8? Oh, you Scream junkies, let me know. So maybe they will do a cliffhanger, right? It would be very uncharacteristic of Scream. Let's throw a cliffhanger in there. Yeah. I like it. Michelle says, maybe Ghostface is a robot and it's not a human at all. Like the Terminator and like the Ghostface version. They just made it a robot. Yeah. It's possible. James says, as long as it's better than 6, I'm going to watch it. Well, how are you going to know if it's better than 6 if you don't watch it? How would you know? Riddle me this. I'll let you know what I think, but you don't want to listen to me. That is fair. Well, Russell says, I think that was editing. Make it look like she's falling onto him. I don't think that's how it's going to go down. Trailers can fool you. Trailers can fool you. Yes, they can. Right? The way that they do that on purpose. They put certain, but I don't know, dude. That looked like, it looked like it was all happening right there. I don't know. It could be, but I'm kind of hoping it's in the movie at this point, because I feel like I'm invested in that small portion of the trailer to talk enough about it. I feel like now I want it to be in there, right? Now I do. Let's see. Yeah, 8 is green. Okay, well, yeah. All right. It's possible. Paula said, I can hear Stu's voice at the end. Yeah, I caught that right at the end there too. It's gonna be fun. Yeah. They got to throw that in there, right? Everybody knew Matthew Lillard was going to be in it. Everybody knew that he's coming back for it. So you gotta give the fans something, even if that line itself isn't in the movie. As a trailer, you've got to give the fans, something that that they're looking forward to. So yeah, I can totally see why they did that. Let's see. Val says a no reveal Ghostface would be a nice cliffhanger. It's like, yes, you have to watch Scream 8 to find out who Ghostface is. Like you don't find out. Like you have all these clues that point at like 2 or 3 people. And it's like, tune in next time on Scream to find out who the killer was. Possible. It is possible. Oh, Russell. So let me tell you what I thought of the trailer, right? All right, so we got all our theories. You guys have theories. I really don't have. I really don't have too many theories, to be honest with you. I thought the trailer was good. I thought that it was very fast paced. It kept me interested. Now, from a movie fan standpoint, I have to wonder. I hope that wasn't like all the action from the movie that we just got in the trailer. I hope they didn't Halloween Kills us, right? Because you got to think about the amount of stuff that they did show, right? So they were at I keep wanting to say Matthew Lillard. They were at Stu Macher's house at the beginning, and I heard him say that it was an Airbnb. And then later on, we see it burning down, right? We saw Ghostface was chasing, got the Looney Tune kill in there, and you saw Ghostface was chasing people around. You see that it burns down. So if, it stays true to the trailer, we know that we're losing that house, right? From Scream Forever. And more than likely, I'm assuming those were kind of like the opening kills. If I had to guess, we saw, we know it's about Sydney and her daughter, and we saw a good portion of the fight. I'm not saying that there's not a ton more, but we did see a lot about, dealing with the conflict between Tatum and Ghostface. So I'm kind of wondering how much more is there in this movie, because you're jumping into a whole new character arc with this, so there has to be some story leading up to it, right? I doubt they're just going to throw her in there and say, oh, this is Sydney's kid, and now all this stuff's going to happen. So it is a little concerning that they did show a lot of like kills and all of that stuff. So that's a little concerning, unless there's just a ton more that we're to where all that stuff doesn't matter, right? The first thing that comes to mind whenever we do these trailers, and I look at, and especially it tends to be the slashers that do this a lot too. When you get a lot of kills in the trailer and a lot of action sequences, it reminds me a lot of Halloween Kills, to where we got a ton of the movie, a lot of surprise features, a lot of the scenes that build the tension of the movie that get ruined, right? Halloween 2018, when Vicky dies because Michael comes out of the closet, you knew it was coming. If you saw the trailer, you knew it was coming. That kind of sucks, right? So I hope it doesn't do that. This trailer didn't do that for that. So that's my opinion of it. I thought it was action packed. I thought it was fast paced. Ghostface looks young and spry, like he's moving out, right? He's not moving slow. He's not moving like Stu or like Roman, those of my age type of people, right? We're not moving like that. There's very few, maybe some professional athletes that can still move like that, at my age. So I feel like maybe it's not them. So I don't know. Shit, they're dead anyway, right? What are you guys doing? Like, I want to know how they're incorporated into this movie, but I guess I'll have to wait, just like everybody else. And when does this come out again? Is this February? I think this is February that this one's coming out. So I'll definitely pull that off there. I definitely will be looking forward to seeing it as well. So I will check it out for sure. That's what I have for Scream 7. And the trailer's good. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed myself watching that trailer. When this is over, I'll probably watch it again, because I'm sure that there's a lot of stuff that I did miss. When you watch stuff and you're reacting to it, especially when you're doing it, for an audience, you don't want to be silent through the whole thing. So there are probably things that I missed, when I was talking. So I'll go back, and I'll watch it again, and I'll sit through and maybe we'll talk about it again at some point. And I can let you guys know all the things that I didn't see the first time around. Because if you notice, when you do watch stuff like that, you do see more like the second time. Now, Stranger Things, we're about to jump over to that, and we're going to get started with that here in a minute. I guarantee you that I'm going to be watching this one about 10 times. Sorry, I just am. Let me go ahead and get this set up, at least so it's set up. So we have it right there. I'll bring it back down because we'll get started here in just a second with that. So we are Stranger Things, Season 5. This is what I've been waiting for. This is the moment that I've been waiting for. Even though, like I said earlier, I did see the first 5 minutes of this, which I have some opinions on. Some good, some not so great. But, it was 5 minutes, right? So, I mean, how much could you really feel? I'll tell you what, though. It was a fast-ass 5 minutes. It seemed like it was about 30 seconds and it was over already. I was invested when I was watching it. But we are going to watch the trailer. Now, I know a lot of you have probably seen this already, but I, however, have not, and I cannot wait to check this out here in just a second. Like, I'm super amped about this. I'm a huge Stranger Things fan, and once this starts up, I guarantee that there's going to be a ton of content here. Stranger Things, we're getting into it. We're diving into every little detail. everything. Every little half-cocked theory I have once it gets started, I'm going to throw it at you guys and let you guys decide if you ever want to watch my show again. But let me go ahead and bring this up. As usual, let me know on sound. Stranger Things Season 5. I'm so excited. Let's go. First of all, let me just say this. I think that watching that, I was a little distracted by the nostalgia, the music, seeing everybody back together. It's I'm excited. I'm very, very excited. Um, it's a long time coming. And the way they laid this trailer out, you can tell obviously something bad is happening. Is gonna happen, and I don't know what it is, and it's driving me nuts. I'm gonna have to watch this like 10 more times for sure. I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to watch it. God, let's see what you guys have to say. Let's see. We'll start with Sarah saying, I just finished my rewatch of seasons 1 through 4. I'm so excited for 5. I hope they release a really cool box set. Yeah, once it's all done, I would definitely buy it. Maybe something of the Steelbook variety I would be very happy with. If anyone's paying attention, they can make that happen. Yes. Joanne saying, get ready. I'm ready. Michelle saying, I'm so over Stranger Things. They blew it. Is it the time? Was it the time? She said, I'll still watch it, though. Yeah, you got to. Michelle saying, they're so old. Yes. Russell said she's Supergirl now, Michael. Yeah, I like the only sense I could make out of it was, how she can move stuff kind of like with like the Force, like she can push it. Maybe she's pushing the ground and it's lifting her up, but I don't know. Yeah, like I don't know. I don't know if I like that portion of it. It's fine, but I got to see more of what's going on there. Yeah. Paula said this is going to be insane and amazing. God, I hope it is. Stranger Things has not disappointed me yet. I mean, season 2 was kind of, a little, it wasn't the best, but season 4 was fantastic. Paula said, and I love the song. They usually have good music choices. They usually do. Russell said Luca is a goner. Lucas is a goner. Do you think so? Do you think he is? I don't know, man. I don't know. What's that look like if we lose Lucas, right? What does that look like? I don't know. I don't know. I feel like if we're going to lose anybody, maybe like Hopper, Joyce, because, well, I guess I don't think they would do that again because we kind of lost Hopper, but then we got him back. I don't know, man. I don't know who we're losing. And I could sit here all day and try to work puzzles out in my mind and try to figure it out. But I need an episode. I need an episode to kind of feel out where things are going before I know. Melissa says it's so sci-fi. It has a lot of sci-fi elements, but it also has a lot of horror elements as well. There's a lot of things to Stranger Things. There's a lot of things to Stranger Things. It has a lot going on there. To put it in one category, that's kind of tough to do. There's a lot of fantasy in there, like a lot of horror elements. There is sci-fi. There's a lot going on there, and the classified is one thing. I don't think that you can really do that. I don't. Val is saying we're definitely going back in episode 1. It's called The Crawl in season 4. Steve talks about crawling backwards, and we have seen the Will footage. All right. All right. Well, that's November 26th. So let me look at my calendar here. That's 2 weeks and 2 days. Oh, it's a Wednesday. You gonna drop this shit on me on a Wednesday? That's unfortunate. That's fine. All right. But that's the day. That's the day before Thanksgiving, right? Yeah, that's the day before Thanksgiving. Okay. I think I got an early shutdown at work that night, so that might be okay. That might be okay. Michelle's thrown out the UGG. Yeah, I got you. Sarah says, I swear if anything happens to Steve, I'm going to riot. I feel like a lot of people have latched on to Steve, like a lot of people latched on to Daryl from The Walking Dead. Who would I flip out if they died? I have to think about that. Michelle said, tell the truth, Michael. You know it's ridiculous. Which part is ridiculous? Her flying? Possibly, yes. Yeah, I don't see where they were going with that. Like, if that's what you're talking about, yeah. My initial reaction to that was, what are we doing here? Yeah, I'm not... like I said, I have to see, just not judging off the trailer. Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous. But I want to see how that plays out in the actual show to see where they're going with that for sure. Let's see. Val says 11 can fly now. Get her a cape. Which she'll show you. The music is peak. The music is always peak with this, right? They do a very good job at, showcasing the emotion through the music, right? They did a really good job of that in season 4. Fantastic. Yeah. As soon as this show's over, I'm going to watch this like probably 10 more times. I've been waiting to watch this for a minute. Let's see. Russell was saying she's Supergirl. She is. Michelle said, I'm only watching it because my boys want to watch it, and we always watch together. Hey, you may love it, though, right? You may. I just found my answer. There's a comment coming up. And I know my answer. Who would I get pissed if they die? I know my answer. Russell said it looked like a Demogorgon was going to get Lucas. Yeah, dude, but, like we were saying with Scream, like trailers can be deceiving. And I mean, to give away a kill of that magnitude or a potential kill of that magnitude in a trailer, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's tough. It's tough to say. Val said people are saying Murray and Robin die. And they are going to get attacked by Look, that's my answer. Okay. If Murray dies, I'm done. Like Murray, he quickly became one of my favorite characters. Season 3, we got a lot of good Murray. Season 4, Murray became a beast. Murray had a flamethrower in season 4. Okay. That is just, Murray's my boy. Murray can't die. Murray cannot die. Russell said Will has always been the key. Yeah, I mean, even at the end of, season 4, when he's standing there, right at the end and he grabs the back of his neck, and that's when the upside down comes through. So yeah, Will has always been, since he got taken in the very first season, he's always had that attachment. So, yeah, I agree. And, the first 5 minutes was all centered on Will. So it definitely, you can definitely tell that this is going to be, centered around Will, because if you really look at season 4, him and Mike kind of took a back seat in that season, right? They weren't as prominent, they weren't as up front as a lot of the other characters were. They were kind of off on little side quests. Same with Jonathan, right? Like that whole group over there. Like, I don't feel like they got as much, like, I wouldn't just say screen time, but I don't feel like they had as big of an impact on the season as a lot of the other characters did. Does that make sense? Like, I feel like they kind of took the back seat a little bit. So I'm expecting them to be more, hands-on and upfront for this season, especially with it being the last season, for sure. Val said it drops on Thanksgiving Day. Well, if it's the 26th, that's on Wednesday, right? Unless I'm looking at the calendar wrong. Might be the day before. Yeah, it drops on a Wednesday, so it is the day before Thanksgiving. Russell's saying, I can't wait. Joanne saying, I would be heartbroken if we lose Dustin. Yeah, see, it's like everybody's got that character. You know, everybody's got that damn character that they're just like, you know what? And here's the thing. With it being as big of a deal as Stranger Things is, you know, we're going to lose somebody and somebody's not going to be happy. I mean, they're not. Like, I have a feeling that it's not going to be what we want. It's some of us are going to be pissed or sad or, you know, like, I think that it was the director. Maybe it was one of the directors that was saying, you know, when they were editing and everything that they, you know, were sad. They were sad. So I don't know. I do not know. Val says Vecna looks so badass, all spiky. He looks like he's been through it, right? He looks like it. Well, I mean, at the end of season 4, he did go through it. So yeah, he he doesn't look like he's great. I don't know. Sarah says I'm gonna be at a 3-day work conference when it drops. I'm gonna have to watch it in the hotel at night. No team bonding for me. I have shit to watch. I don't blame you there. I do not blame you. Michelle said they're going to release the second part on Christmas. Yeah, I can do it. I mean, I guess. So I'm wondering how many. I'm assuming that it's going to be 4 episodes per like release ish. And then isn't like the finale on like New Year's Eve or something? I'm pretty sure that I read that somewhere. I'm pretty sure that's how it's going to go. So yeah, they're spacing it out, you know, and at least it's not like 6 months in between, you know, at least it's not gapped like that. So I can deal with this. Val is saying release dates Thanksgiving, Christmas Day, and New Year's Eve. Okay, cool. Cool. Russell saying third part is new. Okay. Yeah, I think we got that right. Michelle's not digging it. I have better things to watch on the holidays. I got you. Val says Kung Fu Master Murray can't die. That's my guy. I'm sorry. Murray is my guy. I think it's the comedy in him, right? I think that's the biggest thing. Like, he's so much not the hero, but yet he's put in these situations where he has to be. And to me, it's just funny, right? I just dig that character for sure. Russell said, yeah, he's a karate master. Wasn't it like season 4 he was saying, doesn't he take karate with like kids? Doesn't he? Like, I don't know. I'm pretty sure he took karate with kids. I would hardly say it's a master for sure. Let's see. Joni is saying finale on New Year's Eve it's insane. Yeah, that's, I don't know why. Well, I mean, they want people to stay home and watch Stranger Things and not celebrate the New Year's. It's fine. But I bet you it's going to come out during the daytime. So I don't know. Russell said the finale is also in theaters on New Year's. I wonder how that's going to do in the theaters, considering, you know, it is, if you own Netflix, obviously Netflix isn't free. But I wonder how that'll do in the theaters. I'm going to watch it at home, to be honest. I don't think that would be, you know, something that I want to do. I'm watching it at home. I watched all of them at home. Michelle is saying Millie Bobby Brown has so much lip filler that she can fly. Oh my goodness. That's her secret. Melissa saying my finale show made me cry when it ended. Cobra Kai. That was another good show. You know, Cobra Kai, didn't think that I would like it as much as I did. it surprised me, to be honest. It really did surprise me on how well they did to, revitalize something like the Karate Kid. It was, very 80s, and to bring it into current day and do what they did with that. That started off as a YouTube show, and they did so well with it. It got picked up by Netflix and, became what it became. And that's freaking awesome. Yeah, I totally dug Cobra Kai. I did. The karate wasn't the greatest in it, not that I'm an expert or anything, but the story was good enough. Like it was really good. I really did enjoy it. Let's see. Cobra Kai never dies. It'll be back in a future movie. I don't know. Like I kind of like where it ended. Like sometimes they do things to where it's too much. I don't know if I'd want them to continue that, to be honest, Russell. I really don't. I think they did enough with the show. And I think that it ended really well. If there's a movie, I'll watch it. I'm not gonna say it's gonna be good, but yes, I'm gonna watch it because I'm definitely a fan. Melissa said, I tried 2 seasons of Stranger Things, just didn't feel it, but I tried. Hey, look, here's the thing, right? On this channel, I've always said what you like, right? And that's cool, man. Just because everybody loves one thing. I mean, look at me, Melissa, right? With Scream, people love Scream. Michael, what do you think about this? Michael, what do you think about this? And I don't really have answers for them because, no matter how, like, I do enjoy the first one, but I just can't get into it like everybody else does. Like I just don't. So I understand where you're coming from with Stranger Things. I do, because it's the same way for me with Scream. Like I want to like it, but I can't force myself to, right? I just think that I just didn't. I don't know. I guess I just don't see what everybody else sees in it. Like I get it. At the end of the day, I get it. Russell says it could be a spinoff with Robbie. Oh God, I feel like that would be boring. Like I do. Not that I don't think Robbie was a good character, but I just don't think that he was a good enough character to carry a show. Does that make sense? I just feel that way. Sarah says, even if it's sad, shows are usually the best when they go out early on their own terms. Yeah, like I think so. I do think so. Not like getting like on your own terms. Yes. So it does piss me off when I'm invested in a show and it gets canceled. You never find out what happens, right? Like I don't know. That's like the worst shit ever. Like seriously. So at least we're getting, a finale of Stranger Things. Like we're gonna get the ending, their ending, and with the popularity of it, we're probably gonna get 1,000 spinoffs. Like Stranger Things here, Stranger Things there. Like I can only imagine, and I don't really see my investment, stretching out too much beyond that. Before I came on here, I just watched the 3rd episode of Welcome to Derry, and I think that I'm gonna talk about that on Horror Talking Coffee. I think that we're gonna touch a little bit on where we are in Welcome to Derry on the next Horror Talking Coffee, because I'm starting to get a lot to say about that show, for sure. But yeah, that's what I did before I started. Michelle saying they lost me after season 2. Season 2 was not that great. Like if out of all the seasons, Michelle, that's my least favorite. I would say that my order, of favorite season is 1, with it being original, 4, 3, 2. So I can understand why people would not continue watching after 2. I wasn't a huge fan of 2. Melissa's saying agree, everyone likes what they like. That's 100%. That is 100%. Russell said, I'm saying Robbie could take Cobra Kai over. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. That could be a whole show on its thing. Like if Cobra Kai was coming back, what would you want to see? Like I could probably do a whole horror talking coffee on that. Probably go for a half an hour to an hour talking about that for sure. Melissa says, "Yup, and my Outer Banks series is coming back. It's so awesome. I do believe I watched that at one point, but not enough to know it left. Like I pretty sure I watched that. It's been a minute though. It's definitely been a minute." Russell said, "We're already getting an animated TV series of Stranger Things." Yeah, I can imagine. I can. I don't think that's for me. Melissa, you ever watch Dexter? Yes, I was a big fan of Dexter. The original run. You know, I didn't really like how it ended. I wasn't a huge fan of that. But you know, what was it called when he came back and he had the son and he was like in Alaska after that? I didn't really like that, but I heard the new one's really good. I haven't watched the new one yet. So I am going to check that out here soon. It's probably the next thing I want to watch. I've got a lot of people at work telling me I need to check it out, especially if I'm a Dexter fan. So I'm looking forward to that. Sarah says, "I really don't like the main character goes off on their own journey for a season trope and shows. The cast is best as an ensemble." I think so too. I think that I think Game of Thrones did it really well. Being separate but yet together. Now I'm not trying to justify how, Game of Thrones ended. I was not a fan. But I think as a whole in the show, even though the cast wasn't, well, I see what you're saying, Sarah, but they were all still there, yet they weren't together. So yeah, I can see what you're saying. Michelle said, "I wish you would have talked about Welcome to Derry tonight and Stranger Things on Thursday. I can't usually make Thursday shows." Oh, that sucks. That sucks. Russell says, "Yes, seen all of Dexter. I just haven't seen the new one. I'm up to date except for the new one. Like there's two new ones, right? There's one where he's like younger, and then there's one where it's like Dexter now. I haven't seen either of those two. So yeah, I need to check those out." Michelle says, "My mom loved Dexter." Yeah, the first run of Dexter was great. You know, it had its really good seasons. Again, it's one of those shows that didn't end the way, that we necessarily, well, at least that I necessarily wanted it to end. And I was happy when, New Blood was coming, because I was like, okay, well, they can kind of fix that horrible ending that they had. And I really wasn't a fan of the New Blood too much either. So I don't know. I'm hearing this new one's good though, so I'm definitely looking forward to it. Russell said Dexter New Blood and Dexter Resurrection was the other one I was trying to think of. Yeah. Okay. And Russell saying I didn't like the ending of Game of Thrones. No, it was very rushed. I wasn't a huge fan of the way that they wrapped up Game of Thrones myself. But at the end of the day, I'm hoping that we get a good, Stranger Things ending, because something that is as big as Stranger Things, kind of along the line of Game of Thrones, they tend to not finish as strong as they started. So I'm kind of hoping that this kind of breaks that and we get a really good ending out of this. And, for the people that don't like the show, it'll be over. So there you go. Russell said Dexter Original Sin is where he's young, but don't waste your time on that. Okay. All right. So Resurrection is the one where the current state of Dexter right now, right? So that's the one that I need to check out. The one that did it just finish? I think that it just finished, or it's finishing, or it's close to finishing. I don't know. I know it just came out recently and I have not seen it yet, so I'll definitely check it out. So otherwise, but again, tonight, watching the trailers for, Scream 7, and watching the trailer for Stranger Things, like I love that I was able to do that with you guys. I'm glad that I waited. And I want to watch them both again. I want to check them out, see all the little things that I missed. And then I'll be able to have these conversations with you guys when you guys ask. So kind of deer in the headlights tonight watching it. So it'll be cool to sit there and watch it by myself, where I'm not having to immediately talk about it right afterwards. And I can kind of sit there and digest what I saw and maybe watch it a time or two again. But this has been great. You know, I wanted to come on for about an hour tonight, and we've done that, and go through these 2 trailers and hang out with you guys a little bit tonight. But yeah, so don't forget, next Thursday, next Thursday, I will be doing Horror Talk and Coffee. I will be back this coming Sunday with Mad Matt from Mad Matt's Mass for a Horror Sunday. And I don't know, you might see a video here and there too. I think I'm going to start doing some videos again if I can find the time. Right? Like, it's always been a time thing for me. And editing videos is not a fast process, especially if you want to look good. So thanks for all you guys for coming and hanging out with me tonight. I had a blast with you guys, as I always do. And I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. So with that being said, I will see you guys next time. Peace.
Toodaloo, motherfucker. Hey, you